Hi, it's Crystal here, your nature-inspired relationship coach, and today I want to talk to you about balance and how important balance is. To achieve peace in your relationship, or any aspect of your life for that matter, you need to achieve balance. It's a natural law. And we see examples of this everywhere in nature, both externally, such as things like the climate and the weather or the seasons. We also see this inside ourselves as well, or it certainly happens inside ourselves. So we'll notice differences in moods that we have, or our physical makeup. That's where we need balance just to stay upright. And nature also maintains our health through the process of homeostasis, which is balancing all of the internal systems within our body. Now, that doesn't mean that we should always be in a constant state of balance where things stay still, staying flat and unmoving. In fact, it's completely normal for us to move between extremes, and that's what happens in nature. In relationships, we can find ourselves swinging between different extremes, between joy and outrage, between closeness and separation, between hope and fear, and so many other extremes of emotion with our partners. And it's natural for this to happen from time to time. It's all part of the human experience and not necessarily a sign that there's anything wrong with your relationship either. And it's just like the moon, it waxes. We can often start to be feeling more and more emotional as the moon gets fuller and fuller and kind of peaking at the full moon. And in fact, when I was working as a nurse in the hospital on night shifts, we just knew that, on a full moon, there are always going to be some patients that would become confused or more unstable, and that was just something we built in and factored in to our night shift and our time. And what happens though, crucially, is after the moon reaches its peak, its fullness, it then starts to wane. And that's the point, it starts to balance out. So if you find that your relationship stays in one extreme for too long, without going back the other way, or if you feel like it swings between these extremes too frequently and it feels like an emotional roller coaster more often than it doesn't, then over time you will start to suffer in your relationship, and then you can realise that something's off kilter and you long for this peace that balance can bring. So the key to balance though is to actually have a stable core to come back to in your relationship in the first place. So that means that we have something for all of those emotional extremes to orientate themselves around, like an anchor, and having a secure base. And then without this, we're vulnerable to flying off centre, a bit like a satellite that doesn't have that pull of gravity. It would just go off into the abyss. And that's what can happen if we're not focused on achieving balance in our relationships. So the question is, how do you achieve a secure base in your relationship? And to answer this question is basically to understand the nature of attachment, how we form bonds with our partners, and how our ability to do this and how well we do this, how that's influenced by the past. So if you'd like more information on that, how you can achieve and enjoy greater balance in your relationship and achieve harmony, please contact me. I would absolutely be delighted to talk you through my relationship coaching packages that can help you with just that. Come to my website, which is www.crystalwoodbridge.com. That's KRYSTAL woodbridge.com. You can sign up to inquire about one of my coaching packages on there, or you can personally message me on Facebook and comment below this video if you feel that there's anything that you'd like to know, or if any of this is ringing true for you. I would love to hear from you. Take care for now. Bye.